Alright, now before you watch this video, for context's sake, I've had to leave the first game in there, but the second game is where it really gets intense, and you get to see what this deck's all about. So definitely watch till the end, it does get quite mad. See you on the other side. Alright, listen, between you and me, we all know you need some codes, alright? There's just so many decks you can work with, so many things you can do. We need the stuff to do it though, right? So, where are you gonna go? There's only one place you can go, baby. It is ptcgostore.com. They are having a sale right now for their Sword and Shield code. Go check them out and use the code FTW at checkout to get yourself a little cheeky 5% off. Huge thanks to them for sponsoring the video. Let's get going. What is up, peeps? It's following TCG, and I'd like to welcome you back to another YouTube video. And today we have a very ambitious deck. And I mean, seriously, this is one of the most wackiest decks I've done in a very, very long time. And I'm so excited to get it out. It is, as you can tell, Ultra Necrozma. Now, in Expanded, not you, out of the limelight, there we go. In Expanded, this is a pretty sick card, right? You have the Double Dragon Energy, you have the ability lock for your Garbodors and your Silent Lab, but they don't exist in Standard. So how are we going to go about using this card? We're going to risk it for a biscuit. We're going to drop them down to 2 prizes using the likes of Mismagius and Magneton, and try and long out the game as much as possible with Shedinja, recovery through Ordinary Rod once this thing gets KO'd, because 110 HP, not good, no. And locking them out of the game very early on with our early onset reset stats, really. Going down to the 2 prizes is something we want to do on our first turn going second. And it is possible, although unlikely if I have to be completely honest, with the current build. But I'm pretty sure one of you could definitely try and figure that out if you do want to and you are intrigued. But yeah, going down that route is pretty good. And even if you do tend to fall back a little bit at the start and not achieve the combo that we're looking to achieve, going down on a few prizes is only going to benefit you. So that's perfectly fine. And the real game starts when they go down to 2 prizes. Do you have your Shedinjas ready to go? Do you have everything out? And, well, as I said, ready to go to last as long as possible. So you want to make sure you save your resources as much as possible, which is why I'm only playing the 1 research. Because in this deck, discarding resources is going to be quite a big deal. Which is why I play a large amount of things like Ordinary Rod. Because being able to reuse our Shedinjas and Ultra Necrozmas when we get to that point is critical. So we don't want to get rid of that stuff. Rightio. This is a bit of a mad one. Mainly because they can get the 40 damage on an Incada. So we'd have to evolve it the turn that we get it out if there's any potential issues there. Now the Beast Wing's not that important. But it is pretty nice to get it down and going. If you do manage to get the turn 1 plays, you know, moving forward, then you're good. But other than that, it's not really that critical, if I do say so myself. Now, I kind of want to know if we have another Magneton in deck. We don't. So it's kind of important to hold on to this one. So I don't want to get rid of it. Which means, you know, I can get rid of the Incense. It's not the end of the world. Let's get an Incada out. Let's get that ready to go. And we'll play this Mismagius, see what we pull. Let's see how it goes. And, oh, we've got another Mischievous, but no Duststone, I'm afraid. Which is a shame, but, you know, it's fine. Not complaining at all. We're pretty much set up for next turn as well. Now that I think about it, we've got the Mysterious Treasure and we've got the Magneton to be able to get down another prize. Which means, to be fair, getting... Oh, I'd love to have another Magnemite down. Let's just bank on them not getting the KO here. Let's just hope that's not the case. Now, unit energy is pretty good because we don't have any sort of stadium to help us consistently search out the 2 individual psychic and metals. So having units, which is both, is good. Beast energy is good as well. We do have a couple basics because we play an energy spinner as well in case we're struggling to find our energy, which is possible in this deck. It doesn't play the highest amount of energy, if I'm going to be honest. So there's that. Right. Let's see if we can pull off a win here. We really want to do that. So let's evolve that. Juicy. There we go. And we're going to get rid of probably the Com. And go for this Mismagius play. Now, we're going to play the Mismagius first. I want to see if we pull a route to... No phone, not now. A route to getting another Ultra Necrozma out. Because we can Beast Ring right now. No. That's perfectly fine. We still have routes to get this, actually. So now we're going to play... this. Do we play the Magneton? I don't like leaving that in the active. Right, we're going for it. We're going for it. Gonna play the Magneton. Let's go for the Surge. I guess. I guess that's kind of pointless now that I think about it. But if we hit another one, sure. In which case, we are going to play the Surge, play the Cynthia, see what we get. If we get another Cynthia in return, we can play it again. So that's kind of cool. So let's do that. And let's go. We'll reset stamp them now, just in case. Let's slightly lock them. Not as ideal as we want it to be. We can't attack yet. But if we get ourselves just set up a bit more, we can at least get the other Necrozma down. And, oh, but we don't have the other Magneton, do we? Oh, this is a tough one, people. This is a tough one. What a tough hand, actually, to have. Considering we don't have the other Magneton, I'm concerned. So, I'm going to go for the Mischievous. Because we have the Incense there ready to go. I'm going to hope they just don't get it. Which, having 3 cards in our hand, odds of them getting it are quite thin. Again, we want to lock them off. Lock them off to make sure we can get some nice hits, prevent them from benching, whatever, and get a win. So we didn't get it then, which is a bit of a shame. And they do actually find a way out of our win condition here. But we've kind of achieved what we wanted to achieve in the early onset of the game. Locking them off, preventing them from getting any sort of massive hits at the start. Because we have low HP. We don't want them doing that, man. We don't want that stuff. So the strategy is working. Not as quickly as we'd have liked, but it's doing it. Are they going to evolve into a Linoon? No, they don't have a rare candy. You do. Nah, you ain't doing that, Chief. Nah, you ain't doing that. Oh, they got a Lily. I was so confident we've locked them off nicely. Don't you dare have a rare candy, because we're screwed. Oh, we're screwed. Right, they're getting another one. Now, we have a way to deal with this, people. We do. Now, unfortunately, they get the KO on us. We do have Fiona. So we can constantly force them to switch, which obviously removes the condition. So we can deal with it. It's just a lot of pain. Man, I really wish we had that on that turn. But sure, they take the KO, which does mean we have our condition met, but we have no energy acceleration to get the Ultra Necrozma out because we've whiffed that as well. And we have no real draw. Oh, people, this is bad. As weird as this sounds, we have to go for this Miss Magius play. Let's play the Surge. Let's go for this Miss Magius. See what happens here. Now, as weird as this sounds, we can kind of increase things a little bit here. We're going to Shedinja onto the Magnemite. This is how desperate we are, okay? This is far from ideal. We're going to reset stamp them to 1. So there's no real way they can deal with this right now. We're going to Cynthia and hope. This is why I'm glad I played the Search. We're going to Cynthia and hope that we get something. No, but we got another Cynthia, okay? We're going to Cynthia again and hope. We've only had one Ultra Necrozma down. We should get another Ultra Necrozma up. Okay, that's cool. In which case, do we play the Rod now? No, we're going to get the other Necrozma. Let's get you out. And we just have to hope, for the love of God, that we get a way to obtain that Fiona, because we want to switch them out. Oh, we're clenching at straws, people. This is the risky part of the deck. We are clenching at straws. And they get a sit. You are joking. The odds of this are unreal. How can we lock them off to 3 prizes at the start? 3 cards at the start. And they get a Lily and a Cynthia out of it. That's so stressful. Oh, and they have another one. Yeah. These Shedinjas got to go to work, baby. They got to go to work. Oh, this is looking really bad. Oh. Oh. But you guys saw what I was doing, right? That's a scoop right there. Let's go for another one. Let's go for another one. Okay, so what I've decided to do, because my elos have been all over the place recently, as many of you have told me. I know, don't worry, I listen. I've decided to join a tournament game. And I'm not going to play the whole thing, because that would take a very long time. And unfortunately, I don't have the time to do that. But it increases the odds of me coming up against a higher tier deck, because people aren't going to join tournaments unless they're really confident that they're going to win. And they're not going to do that unless they're going with a deck they're comfortable with and they know is good. So It's a much more accurate representation of the deck itself, which is something I plan to do from now on if it's possible. There's no such thing as infinite tickets to join the tournament, and you know, it's something that I do have to bear in mind every now and then, but I think it's a good shout for now. So let's see how this goes. Again, I want to really, really strongly emphasize this is ambitious. It's not something that is consistent. So I have to throw that out there quickly before you start expecting some mad consistency. It's not something that can be achieved very, very easily in this deck. Right. With that said, though, we are getting a Miss Magus off at the start, which is pretty cool. This is an... I'm thinking now, thinning the hand down as much as possible seems to be the right idea. I just burped when I said that. Forgive me. Even if it's not something we want to do, just to see more cards. So I'm just going to go and use the reset stamp, even if it makes no difference, just so we can see more cards and we don't brick. I don't want to brick. So let's go for the Miss Magus play and see how this goes. Hopefully we get something good. I could have attached the Beast Energy, but I'm not going to be that erratic about it. And we can actually go for the Surge Cynthia play, which seems nice, as well as getting down a Ultra Necrozma, which is sweet. So let's do that. Or do we focus more on getting the Mischievous down? No. Oh. See, this is what I need to learn how to play this deck. Oh. That's a hard question to answer. I didn't think it would be. We have a lot of search. Do you know what? I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit. Let's do that, and let's see how it goes. I'm gonna Surge. We're gonna Cynthia. There we go. All right. So that actually worked in our favor. Good. Good. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go and play the Miss Magius. There we go. Looks like I made the right choice. I'm grateful about that. Okay. And we still got the other Cynthia to play, so we're still out here making moves. We can actually get ourselves a Beast Ring, hopefully. Not needed, but something we can do for a bonus if we just dig a little bit more. So by all means, I will have a little look. And do we bench this Magnemite? I think so. Let's do that. Hopefully we get that little Beast Ring if we be a bit cheeky. We don't, but that's fine. And we do have a Magneton in hand and hopefully one in deck for next turn to activate exactly what we're looking for and get the ball rolling. In fact, it might be better to get another Miss Magius than another Magneton now that I think about it. But that is a pretty decent start. If they get the KO on the Nincada, do you know what? That's fine. Hopefully they don't gust this Ultra Necrozma up. They have a big hand to start off with. But if we can just limit them a little bit and they don't get a massive start here, which they can. This is Pikarom. Pikarom is known for getting explosive starts. So if hopefully they don't get it, we'll be alright. We'll be good. So we just got to cross our fingers a little bit here. Really do. Now, what can they do? Well, they could do the standard, right? They get the 2 energy in the discard pile. They go for the Tapu Koko, energy switch or tag switch, stuff like that, you know. But is that something they're going to do? And if they do, I think we're cool. Now, one thing I've got to be really worried about here is Tag Bolt. So these Shedinjas are going to be important. We obviously have the Ditto, which will be turned into a Shedinja. And we'll attach them to whatever's appropriate, to be honest with you. Because to be fair, it might be better off just getting a Shedinja out, going for the Magneton, drawing, hopefully hitting another one, and just making sure things stay alive. And if they are KO'd, making sure that they have the Shedinja on them. That's my thought process, at least. But yeah, Tag Bolt's a concern, because that's an extra prize they can take at one point and bring them down to 2 prizes. Bit of a yikes. Now, I recently played 3 Shedinja. I can't speak Shedinja in this deck, but I did cut it down to 2 to make room for a bit more consistency. But that's something I'm still contemplating. Shedinja seems to be obviously a critical part as well, so there's that to bear in mind. But it looks like they might be struggling for the energy, or they're seriously contemplating their next move. Catcher, all right? I don't think it makes much of a difference regardless of what they choose. That's fine. Oh, they've got the Dedenne. Look at that, cheeky. All right. How are they doing this then? It does just look like your standard Pikarom, to be fair. Odds are they have an energy, right? I mean, they've seen a lot of their deck. I don't think they've played... So they're not going for the Koko. They haven't played supporter yet. Oh, they're going to go in with the Coco. They play the Electro Power, so they do get the KO. So that actually throws us a bit of a bone, actually. We can just go for the Magneton. We don't have to worry so much about hitting it twice. However, we do want that energy, and Energy Spinach is going to do that for us. Good stuff. Ideally, a Beast Energy. Oh, do we dig for the Beast Energy so we get the KO from the get-go? Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, that's a very tough one. Oh, I don't know. Right, let's get rid of the Dusk Stone, and let's get another Nincada down. Right? Leave that to play. We'll go like that. Oh, I really want that Beast Energy. Am I confident enough that I can hit that? Let's see what the Magneton's going to give us. We can go for... Oh, so we don't have any Surges here. No, is a Research actually the right call? I think it might be. Let's do that. Now, we can actually get 2 Shedinjas here, but I think we've only benched 1 this turn, right? So let's go for the 1 Shedinja, see what happens. I think we can only evolve the 1. Yeah, that's actually expected. Now, moment of truth. Do we dig for this Beast Energy? Or do we hold on to this and attach this for turn? Do we even have Beast Energy? Let's find out. We are going to take the Research, so that's fine. We do. There is a lot of cards in here, though. There is a lot. So we can actually get this out, actually. That's a decent shout. Oh, it does open Tag Bolt, but... Am I going to be that... Am I that confident? Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm so torn because the Beast will give us a KO. It will give us a KO. Or do we hope we get a reset stamp and just bank on that? I think we go for the safer play. If I get a Beast, I'm going to kick myself. Seriously. Okay, let's go for that. Let's hope we get a reset stamp. We don't get either. Ooh, scary. Very scary. They have a pretty good hand to deal with what we set up. Now, going for a Fione, it would force them to attach an energy to get a retreat or play a switch or something like that. So it forces them to use an extra card. However, it could open up a Jirachi strategy. Oh, so much to consider. I really wanted that reset stamp. Really badly. We could potentially go for another Magneton if we have it in deck. But if we do, going down to 1 prize card is just bad. Very bad stuff. Ooh. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, I'd rather the Fione over anything else there. At least we know the Gust that they're using is not... We're going to go for it. Whiffed on a few cards that we really wanted. Yes, we do discard the energy as well. I actually forgot about that. Because we did want a reset stamp. A reset stamp would be big. It's the main strategy, apart from being able to attack and bypass the Ultra Burst ability. But being able to lock them in the process, kind of, you know, make them struggle a little bit. I've been using the term lock. I don't really think it's lock. It's more just limit. I don't know. I'll use the term lock, but you guys know what I mean, right? Doing that in a process is going to be kind of a big deal because it's what keeps us going a little bit and help makes them struggle. Now, to be fair, this deck has a lot of routes out of that, so you've got to bear that in mind. But are they going to go for what I think? I don't think they can't go for a Coco play. Obviously. They haven't got the bench space to do it. Oh, do you know what? I think I've made a misplay there. I think it would have been... No, did I? Yeah, I think I did. What I could have done is go for the Fione, and whatever comes up is actually ideal. Because we either get this, which is a free retreat, which we can actually, you know, clear, or get Lee hit into these things, or take out the Jirachi. I don't know why I thought they would have the chance to do it, because I could knock it out. So I think that was a misplay. I'm sure you can see how big brain this is right now, right? It's a bit big brain. You have to consider your options. In fact, I think going for a Fione here actually is a pretty good shout. Let's do that. I might actually evolve into the Magneton, not to use it, but just to increase its HP and thin the deck. So let's just do it, right? Even if it's by 20. Let's just thin it down a little bit. And go from there. I want to get some more Ninkadas going. So let's use this. Let's get these Ninkadas back. So we have the option to evolve them once these Shedinjas go down. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. And then we go for the Cynthia. Alright. Okay. Now there is one other main contribution to having Fione. It's not obviously gusting, but it's making sure we don't deck out. This deck mills itself dramatically. So making sure we don't do that is quite important. Right, let's force him to switch. So whatever we hit to is actually kind of an ideal. No reset stamp. We have 3. I've played 1. So we've probably prized 1 at this rate looking at this. The reset stamp is so important to have, but you know, whatever. Okay, so we get to hit into that. Again, the Beast Energy would have done it. But so be it. They can only kind of stay alive for as long as they can. That's where Roxy would have been sick. Because Roxy just would have like KO'd those things and would be really, really moving. But, you know, that's that. Now, they've played their own Chaos. So I don't, if I'm correct, they can't play their own from the mountain without holding it in play. So that's something to bear in mind. Oh, Catcher, cheeky. I think we're fine. Well, they could actually promote this one, which would be an issue for a turn. But if they promote that, that's a... Oh, that's not an energy retreat. So you can probably tell there's not much retreat going on in this deck, but that's because we have a lot of cards that KO itself, which will act as a retreat. So I don't really think we need it that much. But we might see here a reason to have it in the deck. What are they going to do? They can't attack with the Pikarom. They're going to pass it up. Which actually gives us another opportunity. Oh, yes! Now... I'm actually pretty comfortable just attaching it. It's not going to get us any one-shots. They're obviously not going to promote the Dene here if we get the Fione. So I think the Beast Ring is best left here. And we're going to go for... Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have saved that. Ah! I thought we had a Shedinja. My mind was like, yeah, we have the third. No, we have 2, Sean. What are you talking about? I tipped my microphone. Sorry. Let's get rid of this. What do we got? Oh, nothing. I'm misplaying my own self, which just feels horrible. I really shouldn't be doing this. I want to get the Fione, and I should have just got rid of the Mysterious Treasure. But now I have to get rid of something else, which I don't want to do. I have to get rid of the Quick Ball. I don't want to get rid of the rods. They're so important for the longevity of the game. So let's do this. Let's force them to switch, thinking they have a full hand. And then we're going to reset stamp them. There we go. So if they're thinking, oh, I'll just throw it into this. I can do this, whatever. No. Nah, mate. We're going to reset stamp you. Oh, yes, baby. Reset stamp down to 2. Here we go. Now we've kind of achieved our strategy. This is good. This is good. So hopefully we've locked them off. Now, obviously, they have the Jirachi to work with. Maybe taking the Jirachi was the play. So we kind of lock them out. But the Jirachi actually gives them... Oh, yeah, that's true. It gives them a pretty good route, you know. Out of this little lock. So maybe we should have taken the Jirachi. Sean, what are you doing, mate? As you can see, there's a lot to learn. A lot to learn with this deck. But I think we're doing what we want here. I think we're doing it pretty well. Now, I don't know if this deck plays any sort of item routes. I don't know if it plays like Energy Spinner or something to really get energy going. And considering they didn't get rid of any energy there. Obviously, they're going to go for a... No, they're not going to go for a Dedenne. Fair play. Fair play, mate. I think we may have just been a bit successful here in knocking them out a little bit. Oh, we have! They've passed as well! Oh, we're going to do this. I am full of optimism here. We're going to take out this Jirachi. And they're struggling. They're struggling. This is exactly what we wanted. Please don't top deck out of this. Please. I really wanted that to be the last reset stamp, but it's not. Please don't top deck out of this. Oh, they've got the Volk now. That will give them a switch and an energy, which means they can attack into us. But we are discarding energy as well. We have to bear that in mind. We do discard energy. So if we've got them in a stage where they have to manually attach, it's cool. It's cool. Okay, the custom catcher. Fairs. That's fairs. Are they going to do it? Are they going to hit it? This is kind of big because this Magneton, they can bring that up. Yes! Mate, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm going to get rid of your energy. That's cool. You can take a... No, you can't even take a prize. Still on 2, mate. Not happening, Chief. Not happening. Yeah, we're going to get rid of their energy as well and hope that they don't have it in hand to deal with. Oh, yeah, I forgot they have that option. Oh, they do. But bear in mind, they don't have the Zero Aura to retreat. I think they should have promoted that to get KO'd. Because if they have the Zero Aura, they could just, you know, retreat, attach, you know, just keep going, right? But that ain't happening. Just a quick note. Now, ideally, we want to have another Shedinja in here. So let's do that. Let's see if we can really make this last. As much as we can. Let's get you in. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to hit it for losses down 4, whatever. Now they can't retreat unless they get a switch. Because they have a free retreat cost. So that's kind of working in our favor. Please don't have an energy. Please. Because if they don't, we've got a game. Oh, no, they got it. Really, one card they needed and we would have had game. Completely and utterly would have had game. Still not the end. It is still not the end. We can KO this Magneton, but I don't know if we have any supporters left. Oh, no. I don't think we do. I play a very thin line of supporters, and now I'm regretting that. Oh, yikes. I think we have to KO this Magneton. Oh, they got the tag bolt. Guys, we were so close. We were 1 energy on their side away from winning. A Beast Energy would have got that. Oh, if they had that, if they didn't draw the energy, we would have won. We would have won. Oh. What do I do? What do I do? I'm going to do it. Oh, we don't have any supporters. Look, the reset stamp's there. The Shedinja. That would have done so much good for us. Oh. They have finessed their way out of this. I'm so gutted. But, you guys now have seen exactly what this deck's about. Exactly what we're trying to do. And its potential in achieving it. I mean, on a serious note, we were 1 turn away from beating a Pika run with this deck. I'm happy about that. I am perfectly happy about that. There definitely needs to be some tweaks, but it's a concept I'm excited about and I enjoy. And it defines everything that this channel is all about. So 1,550 damage. Pretty sick, pretty sick. Let's go to the list and then check this out. So here is the list. Again, pretty crazy, if I do say so myself. Seriously needs a few tweaks. Has real potential in my eyes. And I think if the right hands gets on this, this could be something pretty good. It has the potential to lock your opponent out in the early game, do big damage in the early game, and just shut them down on a serious level. So I'm excited about this, and I want to see what you guys can do with it. So if you guys have tried anything with this deck, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you've got in mind. But give it a whirl. It's fun. As I said, consistency is a bit shaky, but if we just tweak it the right way, I think we can get some serious stuff out of this. So yeah, I'm excited. Brand new idea. Let's see what we can do with this. With that all said, of course, do leave a like if you did enjoy. And if you want to see more new ideas like this, then of course subscribe for more. And I'll see you next time. Take care until then. And don't catch the coronavirus, okay? No, stay well. Peace.